I know I promised no more camera videos for a little while because I know you guys tuned into Death by Bunjie for crossbows and outdoor related videos, but I did get a request from somebody about the T7i asking me about how it performs with the image stabilization. I figured I'd do this quick little video to explain it, at least to show you some samples. I can't tell you how it works or whatever. I can tell you it's kind of neat the way it works. It does have digital image stabilization built in to the camera body. In addition to the lens has, some lenses have stabilization, some lenses don't. That's the optical stabilization. That's the mechanical stabilization that's within the lens. Can't really control that except for buying different lenses. But this has in-body image stabilization as well. So what I'm going to do right here, I'm going to shoot some videos of the Forsythia. You might recall from a previous video, I'd done some trimming on that Forsythia, done some planting, some cuttings and transplanting, that sort of thing. I'm going to walk from here to there with it on and with it off, each different section. One thing I will tell you about the image stabilization is that right now it's turned off, first of all, but with the image stabilization on, it actually will crop in a little bit, okay? It's very similar to running software like Warp Stabilizer and After Effects or Premiere Pro that will digitally crop your picture a little bit and then stabilize it in the software. The camera's doing essentially the same thing in the camera body with the camera software. So I'm going to do that with each of the three different settings and just show you the samples with it on and with it off. This is with image stabilization turned off. This is only the image stabilizer on the lens, and that's all. And I'm simply going to walk over to the Forsythia and film it the whole way. This is with image stabilization turned on. Now, you can see it's cropped in, and what I mean by cropped in is it almost looks as though I'm starting in the same spot, but it almost looks like I'm closer to the subject. And that's because it is digitally cropping in, it's digitally zooming in so that it can apply the stabilization in the camera. And I'm simply going to walk in there, and this will show you the difference. That's with it turned on. Now this clip here is the enhanced image stabilization. You can see it's zoomed in even more. We've lost the Jeep Cherokee entirely in the picture, and you can basically just see, I'm trying to frame it exactly the same way, standing in the same spot, but you can see how much more it's zoomed in. This is with it enhanced, me walking toward the Forsythia. And panning left to right. What's it look like when we pan from left to right, or right to left, whatever. But in this case, I'll pan from left to right. This is with the lens only, not inside the camera. This is panning left to right with the image stabilization on. And then finally a panning shot from left to right with the enhanced mode on. There it is. That's the image stabilization at each of the three settings: off, on, and enhanced. Each of those, of course, the lens was still stabilizing. This is the 18 to 55 kit lens, f3.5 kit lens from Canon that I'm using on this camera for this video. So this is the basic kit lens with those features. May work better with a more expensive lens, may not work as well with a more expensive lens. But I hope that that gives you some idea about image stabilization in the Canon T7i. Hope you enjoyed this video. Check out my other videos on cameras and such if you're interested in that sort of thing. And thanks for watching.